everyone. Welcome. It's day -2. It's Monday of not E3 week. There's a lot of stuff going on. We just checked out the Limited Run Games 3 show. Nothing of value, really. A bunch of collector stuff. But we're going to be watching things all throughout the week. The more interesting conferences, pretty much anything from Wednesday to Sunday, will appear on YouTube. This is JPNN, so we've got some news for you. I think we're still going to try to do at least a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe add in some Tuesday, Thursday show. We'll see how it goes, but I'm going to, hit this button and let's just get on with the news. That's a little loud. Let's start with not E3 news, and I'm not talking about this week. I'm talking about GamesCom. Nintendo has announced that it will not be participating in this year's Gamescom event. The Mario Maker's European office issued a statement to Games Wirtschaft. It's an interesting site, I guess. Spotted by Video Games Chronicle, confirming it will not be heading to Cologne this August. They said, quote, Gamescom is a key event in Nintendo's calendar of events. Nintendo of Europe told the site. This year, however, after careful consideration, we have decided against participating in Cologne. The company said that consumers will instead be able to get their hands on new games for Nintendo Switch at, quote, numerous events throughout Germany. Gamescom's going to be a little bit weird. That's coming up in August. We'll see how many people show up to that. It's also, COVID's still kind of in a weird spot. They did PAX though, so with PAX, maybe it should be okay. I don't know. We'll see what happens in August. During Square Enix's full year financial results briefing on May 13th, which has today been published in English, President Yosuke Matsuda said that the money from the sale will be used to strengthen the company's core games business. Quote, rather than using the proceeds from the divestiture in new investment domains, such as NFT and blockchain, we intend to use them primarily to fund our efforts to foster solid IP and enhance our development capabilities in our core digital entertainment segment, he said. He goes on, our intention is to undertake fundraising efforts from our new investment domains separate from those from our core business. And we are considering various possibilities, including potentially establishing a corporate venture capital. Commenting on the decision to sell the overseas studios and IPs, Matsuda said, quote, its primary purpose was a reorientation of our portfolio. The biggest take from there is obviously the NFT stuff. You can see they're kind of trying to get people to calm down a little bit by saying that they're not going to use the money for that. But what are they going to use it for? We'll hopefully see soon. During a Twitter Spaces audio session this weekend, which was transcribed by the Video Games Chronicle, Geoff Keighley said he was, quote, very excited, end quote, about the content set to feature in the show, which he said will include, quote, massive games, end quote, alongside independent titles and new teams showcasing their projects for the first time. Keighley claimed the show would include exclusive games for both Xbox and Nintendo Switch, but said that Microsoft would likely keep its biggest hitters for its own showcase. He was also unclear if Nintendo itself was involved in Summer Game Fest. Quote, we'd love to have them involved if and when they're ready. He also urged viewers to rein in their expectation in terms of any, quote, megaton shocks they might be expecting, and called some of the rumors he'd seen online crazy. So, trying to set expectations for the Summer Game Fest, at least his event, which will be happening on Thursday, at least starting on Thursday. We'll see what happens. I'm cautiously optimistic. We'll see. I don't think he's going to have any big bombs or anything, as he said, but maybe we'll get some updates on some stuff. Mostly looking forward to the, Xbox conference. You can watch yesterday's Drop Frames if you want our full thoughts on all of that. Rez Tetris Effect and Lumens producer Tetsuya Mitsuguchi, is, quote, very interested in working on a PSVR 2 game, he told Video Game Chronicles. In a new interview marking 4 years since the announcement of Tetris Effect, Mizuguchi said that his team are looking to the future of VR, but didn't reveal a specific game. He goes on and says, quote, I can't say anything very specific, but we are very interested and we're thinking about how we can push VR. So we're very interested in new hardware and how we're looking to make VR games better. We're very interested in PSVR 2. I think he might be interested in some stuff. Getting a strong feeling about that. We'll see what the future holds, and if he's interested still. Xbox has announced that they will be having a second Xbox Game Showcase, which they're calling an extended Xbox Game Showcase, on June 14th at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. I believe that's 7 p.m. BST. Xbox will share, quote, new trailers and, quote, deeper looks at news from this Sunday's showcase. The event itself will run another 90 minutes. We'll be watching that with drop frames before you ask. We'll see what's going on there. Maybe we get a bunch of gameplay of all the stuff they're going to show. That's overall 180 minutes coming out from Xbox if you include the two events together. Seems like they've got a lot of stuff to show. They have a ton of studios, so I guess my question yesterday of if they have enough to show was kind of answered by that announcement. Retailers like GameStop and others were delisting pre-orders for the upcoming Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time remake, prompting concerns the project has been canceled. IGN confirmed that the remake is still in development, but has been delayed out of fiscal year 2023. In a statement to IGN, Ubisoft says the development of Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time remake, will now be led by Ubisoft Montreal. We're proud of the work achieved by Ubisoft. I hope I'm pronouncing this city correctly. Pune, maybe? Ubisoft Mumbai and Ubisoft Montreal will benefit from their learnings, as well as the new team will continue to work to deliver a great remake. As a consequence, we are no longer targeting a fiscal year 2023 release anymore, and the game has been delisted. If players wish to cancel their pre-order, they are invited to contact their retailer. They'll be updated on the project as the development is moving along. There you go. Apparently it's pronounced... I'm not going to take that. My viewers might be trolling me on how it's pronounced. Hey, Diablo Immortal, have you tired of hearing about that? Are you living under a rock? Well, let me tell you all about it. It's facing huge backlash right now from players following its release last week. The free-to-play MMO was released on June 2nd on iOS and Android, and it quickly saw a negative reception for its heavy focus on microtransactions. This included a report over the weekend that calculated that it could cost players up to $110,000 to fully upgrade a character in the game. The negativity has resulted in Diablo Immortal being review bombed on Metacritic, which at the time of writing means its user score is currently just 0.8 on a 0 to 100 scale. It's the third worst score in Blizzard's history, behind Warcraft 3 Reforged, which currently has a score of 0.6, and World of Warcraft Classic's Burning Crusade Classic, with a 0.4 score, both of which were released in recent years, 2020 and 2021, respectively. I mean, what can you say? What can you say? Evo has announced via Twitter that they are working with Sony and Epic to reduce input latency. The tweet reads, quote, Evo is grateful to share that we have been working with Sony PlayStation and Epic Games and our developer partners to reduce input latency for many of your favorite fighting games. Please expect more updates to follow as Evo works towards a more responsive future for the FGC. Okay, sure, great. Nickelodeon's Nick Brawl is finally getting voice acting in items. This news was revealed through the game's official Twitter. The new update will be available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC today for free. Switch will be getting their update coming soon. Forza Horizon announced they have passed 20 million players in just under 7 months since their release. The milestone is confirmed in the game's Hall of Fame leaderboard, which can be accessed at the Main Horizon Festival site. The leaderboard shows the player's total score and where it stands compared to every person who's played the game. At the time of writing, the Hall of Fame gives a total of 20,012,405 players. A lot of people. Also, a lot of people getting that through Game Pass, I'm assuming. Turns out that's a pretty good product for pushing your products or other products. Steam top sellers for the week ending on the 5th of June, 2022. Steam Deck sitting at number 1. V Rising still holding out at number 2. Elden Ring, still a powerhouse, number 3. The Valve Index VR Kit at 4. And Sea of Thieves sitting at number 5. The voice actor for Thor and God of War Ragnarok, Ryan Hurst, has revealed his work on the project is complete after talking about his role in a recent panel at Comic-Con Revolution. The event took place last month, and during it, Hurst said he also wrapped up, quote, the last tiny little bit of God of War Ragnarok for Thor. He then goes on to discuss how Sony pitched the role to him, with representatives visiting Hurst's house, quote, for like 5 hours, where they broke down the story and sequel and shared artwork. He went on to describe the narrative to be, quote, super complex and, quote, a rich tapestry of stuff. Nice thing. I love rich tapestries of stuff. It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite. I don't know where my editor is going with this, but I read the teleprompter and record it. That's what this is. Remember Blitzball? Yeah, that minigame from Final Fantasy X. Well, it's weirdly now an official part of Star Wars canon. The fantastical sport, which is essentially underwater hockey played by the inhabitants of Spira in Final Fantasy X, is mentioned in Star Wars Brotherhood, a novel focusing on the adventures of Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi during the Clone Wars. As spotted by Games Radar, author Mike Chin shared a series of Easter eggs from the novel on Twitter, revealing that he is a huge fan of Blitzball and therefore included it in the novel. Okay. Sure. Why not? Moving along to some rumors here. It is not E3 week, so we'll throw a bunch of rumors in here. Windows Central journalist Jez Corden, who appeared on the most recent episode of the Windows Central Gaming Podcast, revealed that a new Crash Bandicoot multiplayer might be announced this week. The exact quote is, quote, new Crash. I wonder where you got that information from. I wasn't supposed to leak that. I think we could see a new Crash Bandicoot, and not only is it going to be a new Crash Bandicoot, it's going to be a multiplayer Crash Bandicoot. It's like a 4-player brawler almost, but Crash-oriented, Jez said during the podcast. Okay, I mean, that might be what Activision's bringing to SGF. I mean, they're on the list. I don't think we would get like a trailer for Diablo Immortal in there or something. That would be kind of crazy to see that, but I don't know. Maybe we get like a Activision Battler. That seems to be the rage. Who could say? Who could say? We'll take a look at the upcoming games. There are games coming out this week, here in this second week of June. The Elder Scrolls Online High Isle, Legacy of the Britons, just released today, actually. You can grab that on all the consoles, PC, even Stadia, if you're a masochist. There's the Spellforce 3 Reforced coming out tomorrow. And then on the 10th, we've got 2 big games, 3 if you're into anime, even though it all looks the same. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles. That's releasing on Friday. We've got Mario Strikers Battle League. That's the big Nintendo release. The demo is out now if you want to grab it. I've seen some pretty positive reports from people that have played it thus far. We might be checking it out on Friday as well. And then also Friday is the big release of The Quarry. The multiplayer or some multiplayer aspects of the game, though, however, will be released, I think, later in July, later this year. But Quarry also comes out. So 2 big releases on Friday alongside all the not E3 stuff. See how it all goes. We'll have review scores and everything, I'm sure, on Friday's episode for that. If you do want to follow along and keep up to date regarding any of the activities going on this week regarding restreams, make sure to check out jpedia.net, or you can go over to itme.jp/not-e3-2022. There's also a mirror for that. You can come to the channel and just do !not-e3, and it'll give you all the information that you need. We hope to see you on any and all the restreams, and if you miss them, we'll have those up on YouTube for you as we record them. So that's going to do it here for the Monday edition. Might see you on Tuesday. If not, we'll see you on Wednesday for sure for whatever else is coming out this week in terms of news. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.